All right, then. We join our heroes upon the new world that they have discovered and have begun randomly naming certain things. And as you push through the large towers here, take another 2 hours so far through the jungle, the trees. And up ahead, you see the top of a crashed tower peeking out above the top of the trees, with an enormous bird perched on the tower's peak. The bird resembles a 15-foot tall, colorful bird of paradise, similar to others you've seen now in the jungle. The bird appears to be singing, its voice mingled with the voice of a dozen human mages gathered near the base of the tower. Before you can go any closer, an urgent whisper draws your attention. A few feet away, an old wizard with heaps of wiry gray hair is crouched behind a log. "Hey, I'm the Vice Chancellor. You have to help me. They've all gone insane."
Yes, the Vice Chancellor. Bad decisions in the night. Welcome back.
Yes. You can see all the mages above are attempting to sing at the top of their lungs while dancing around. As you see one of them pass out due to the effort they are making.
Yikes.
They just keep singing until they lose consciousness.
Alistair, your mouth is moving, but no sound is coming.
I was just about to ask if you knew how to cast silence.
I assume that the large bird is not with your college, correct? That one of there's a local species.
Yeah.
All right. So, look at the others. Any ideas how to potentially stop the bird from singing? Since I am thinking that might be part of the problem.
We could always try asking nicely.
Yes, very nicely.
You know, one of my Naylins does know how to cast silence, and it's not this one.
Try to persuade them.
I mean, I know what persuades me to stop singing. Just, if there was potentially just a bright light right in front of me, perhaps of a radiance of a sickening nature.
We could also just try to get the bird to fly off.
Ooh, another good suggestion.
Startle it or something. How far are we from the singing mages and the bird?
About 200 feet.
200 feet. Okay.
It just so happens I can reach up to 300 feet.
we could teleport.
I don't think we want to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, okay, hear me out. So when I teleported, I heard a ringing in my ears. And it was really hard to hear anything else. Maybe it'll do that again.
You know, it's not the craziest thing.
I mean, 10 gold says I'm in on that action.
I mean that we can do that to approach, but we need to. What do we plan on doing when we approach?
Dancing, clearly.
Oh, maybe maybe Tamagotchi could try to scare them away.
Is there a thinking about our earlier encounter with the butterfly? Nalen's wondering is there like a nest or something that this bird is protecting?
From here, you can't see anything.
All right. Hey, Mr. VC. Did you try anything yet? I mean, you're a mage, right?
I was a bit too weak. I tried to do a few things, but then I felt my mind beginning to leave me, and so I teleported my way out and got this for my trouble. And they kind of pull down their sleeve. You can see from the tips of their fingers all the way to their shoulder, they have these odd geometric patterns.
Nalen looks at Kelly.
Ooh,
Maybe it doesn't always bring your ears.
No, it appears to be random effects.
I mean, that could be. Oh, boy.
We have cotton balls we could put in our ears.
I've got rough hemp and rope.
I mean, I could attempt to go. I've noticed that certain psychic attacks don't affect me very much. Probably something to do with how crowded it already is up here. So, I could attempt to go forward. I might be less likely to be influenced by it.
Okay, and while you're doing that, the rest of us grab the people and take them.
I could attempt to, like I said, attempt to either confuse the bird or scare it off.
I mean, I've got 5 gold on Alistair doing the tentacular wiggle. Also, I can still scare it off just from here. We don't even have to get that close. Because, that bird, it's probably doing it for a reason.
We could
Maybe
just
it
wait for
wants
the
to
bird to stop.
Well, do you think it will stop when everyone's unconscious? Also, some of those wizards look quite old. I don't know if they can keep dancing for their own sakes.
Okay, well, I'm on board for whatever the plan is. I just don't have any magic.
Matt, is there, if we were to try and pick things from the environment to stuff our ears, do we think we might be able to find stuff like that with a survival check?
Make your survival check.
Okay,
I want to
great.
help. It was my idea.
Yeah. I can help Kelly do it.
It's 23.
Nice.
All right, so you can find this mixture of tree sap along with bark and leaf that you're able to mix together. This would give you the deafened condition.
Okay.
Well, it seems a shame. I can simply just turn mine off, but you have fun with the bark.
Well, I can. Well, I can connect and talk with you all in your heads, so we can still communicate. It's not the cleanest frequency, but
Well, I guess that's going to have to work.
I'm feeling positive about this plan.
Once we put this in our ears, we won't be able to hear each other.
Any last words anyone wants to say in case we die while we're in there?
Is the plan still for me to try to distract it, and are you all going to attempt to grab mages?
I think so.
Sure.
I could
We'll
use,
grab a major too.
I can use my last magical spell before we do this to make us more quiet.
I mean, I'm not particularly sneaky, so that could be helpful.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to do it before I put this in my ears.
Okay. It's ready to go. What are you wanting to do?
I will cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. So 30-foot emanation of shadows moves out from you.
And I start filling my ears with tree sap.
Nayland does the same.
The PW's ears twist off. Put them in a pocket.
All right. So everyone has deafened themselves.
Can we talk back to Alistair, or can he only speak to us?
No, it's a two-way telepathic. I think I can only technically I can only do it with one person at a time. It's not like a network.
Okay. So they can't really initiate. You have to kind of make it.
I have to initiate. Well, I initiate. I create the connection. Then we can go back and forth for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Then you have to make it with somebody new.
Gotcha.
Okay. So none of you can hear. You're in shadowy magic.
Is Alistair deafening himself, or is he hoping that he can just withstand the save?
I think Alistair's not going to deafen himself,
Okay.
so that at least one of us is still able to hear things.
Oh, okay.
And the one who can speak to some of the others who are deafened. I mean, Alistair just has advantage on saves against things that are charm or frightened effects, and resistance to psychic damage.
All right.
PW can also initiate psychic communication as well. So we've got, and I can do that bonus action immediately to anybody we meet. So we can also communicate with them.
In that case, roll initiative.
The initiative in here. Hold on. Go. Oh, that's actually one of my better initiative rolls.
It's a 19 on the.
I am still
Looks like-
suffering from a digital dice curse. And earlier today I rolled 2 6s, and I just rolled a 4.
Look like Peerless Weavers didn't come through. Was that 22?
Oh, it's 19 total.
19 total. And then Alistair's. No, that one Alec. Okay, so that Alistair came through. Cool. I got everybody. Very good. All right. So we'll just go step by step as you're about 200 feet away. Kelly.
All right. Gonna start heading sneakily toward the mages.
Okay. So, then Perilous.
Following right behind on all fours.
Thanks. Alistair.
Yep, Alistair will
Go ahead. Okay.
For the moment, keep with everybody. As we get closer, he'll break off a little bit
Okay.
to make a distraction.
And Nayland.
Same thing. Trying to stay within 30 of Kelly.
Okay. Then how much of a distraction there? Like, what distance are you thinking about there, Alistair?
I think I have to get within 60 feet. His plan is to use Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
And I think that's 60-foot range. So
Okay. So 100 feet, all of you. Alistair, as you're hearing the song, you hear how beautiful, and it seems to harmonize with the world around you, as though it causes the trees to vibrate, and it is the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. So much so that you almost can hear riffs of guitar from another you, as though reacting. I need a wisdom save for Charmed.
okay. Cool. Wisdom is not great. But I have advantage. So. 15.
15. You look and your eyes open to the truth.
Oh, shit.
You see powerful lines of magic flowing through the air and land, generating massive amounts of energy interference all at once in a beautiful rainbow display. And you find yourself, despite your best efforts, singing
Okay.
and dancing. Give me a performance check.
Fantastic. All right, hold on. But jeez, I have a better bonus in this just because of my charisma score. But hold on. That is an 8.
Luckily, none of us can hear it.
Indeed.
But we sure can see it.
Sit there. Your as you go off tune, the discordant melody coming from within you and your soul with the world around you begins to grate at your very sense of sanity as you take 4 psychic damage.
That before or after my resistance?
Before resistance.
Okay, so that'd be 2. Okay.
Okay, so now 100 feet away, Alistair's dancing. We're just going to start here. Kelly.
All right, how far away are the mages?
100 feet.
Hmm. How far away is Alistair?
Pretty much right next to you.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, I'm gonna grab Alistair. Try to.
Okay.
'Cause he's now become one of the ones to rescue.
Fair enough. You grab Alistair.
Gonna
Kumbaya.
try
my
to lead him
lord.
away.
Kumbaya.
Okay. So you go 30 feet backwards.
Yeah. Which I have no idea he's singing.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. I'm just like, it's up to you if you're really determined. If you know, I guess you're determining that you know.
I thought he was dancing. If he's not dancing, then I won't.
That's good. Depends. But you can pull him away if you so desire. So you go back, I guess, about 15 feet or so. Actually, let me think. It should be 100. Yeah, so you go back. Use your turn to get back to go out of it with him. And then Perilous, do you follow suit? Or you march ahead, not covered by shadow?
So PW's initial plan there was to use his ears to plug Alistair's ears, since his ears were unplugged. But you guys walked away. So PW is going to bonus action teleport over to where they are now and absorb the consequences of teleportation.
Very fun.
He's also maybe hoping to get teleport tattoos.
Oh, very good. So, very oddly, you feel a prickling sensation along your body.
Ugh.
You're not used to feeling anything, and yet it feels like you have skin.
Distinctly unpleasant. Peter was also looking down to pat himself over it. Has he in any way converted to skin? Or more clear, does he have any more skin than he had before? Because he does have an undisclosed amount already.
Ugh.
You think maybe like a quarter inch more?
Unacceptable. Do I arrive?
So you're doing how many feet?
30 feet.
30 feet towards Kelly, right?
Yep. Towards
Yep,
Kelly
you
and
do
Alistair.
arrive successfully.
Peter arrives with a bit of a lurch, like leans over, pulls his ears out of his pocket, and gestures towards Alistair's blank face. Is he rapturous? Does he look like he's in pain?
Definitely looking like they're in pain.
Well, one more couldn't make it worse. And PW attempts to jam his ears into his ears to close his ears up.
Nice. And I think you successfully deafen Alistair.
Alistair, I don't know if you are in your right mind at this moment, but you will hear in your head. Ding dong ding. Well, hopefully my ears can help you, where they weren't helping me. Also, your dancing is atrocious. Bye. And I will action dash in the direction of the mages.
Nice.
If I have an action to do that. So,
Very cool.
Otherwise-
And so you'd consider yourself deafened with what you're doing, right?
both of us, at least.
So very cool. You run towards the best you can. And I guess give me a regular stealth check since you're off of the Kelly.
Go +3. 3 plus 17 for dirty 20.
Very nice. So you
Creeping on all fours.
All right. As you're creeping, you do see the large bird immediately spot you.
I stop in place.
Keeps singing its song. All right, Alistair.
Am I still singing?
Oh, yeah. So at this point, you've been able to stop singing since you've been pulled away.
Okay.
Yes.
He snaps out of it, looks down, goes, "Why is Kelly carrying me?" Oh, rubbish. And he'll open a telepathic link with Kelly. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I can't hear anything anymore. So I'm guessing that somebody took care of the problem. You can probably put me down, and we should go and get the mages.
Oh yeah, she was just pulling on you. She wasn't carrying you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you'd freely be able to move on.
I still turn back around and look. And can he see that the bird is staring down at PW?
Yeah.
I guess the bird goes, okay, well, none of this plan is working. Okay. Another really guess that he will also start heading back, but he's going to try to like move so that he's away from PW, so that if the bird sees him, we're presenting multiple targets and not one clustered group.
Nice. So you're kind of going away from Kelly and PW. Good. I think the stealth check.
$16.
Okay, it doesn't say stare, but you can see it quickly clocks you.
That's fine. That's fine.
So go to Nayland.
I will. Is Alistair still moving? Like, is Alistair moving towards the wizards or the mages, or away? Like,
I think
is Alistair
I'm
still
moving away from the rest of you because I'm still hoping to get close enough to. So he would be moving.
You're still
not
distraction
towards the
duty.
mages.
Got it. I didn't know if you and PW had swapped since PW was spotted. Got it. Okay, so then Nayland looks at Kelly and just nods towards the mages, and I think will hold an action dash, hoping that Kelly will move at speed. So when Kelly starts moving, Nayland will dash, hoping that
Okay.
her nod made sense, that they can cover more ground if they go faster.
Very nice. So get up to Kelly.
All right. Kelly will start heading back, and he will also do the dash action and just try to get closer to the mages, but staying a bit away from PW.
Okay. Good away, Kelly and Nayland. Then we'll give you a stealth check, both of you.
$29 with pass without a trace.
Nice.
33.
Very good. So worded. So let's just see. Here. You said 29 with pass without trace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the bird clocks you.
What do you mean?
But Kelly going down a little quicker is unable. Does not seem like it sees Kelly.
Jeez.
With that, Perilous Weaver.
Disgustingly perceptive bird. So I'm here on all fours. My head is tilted up. I'm staring at the bird. I'm going to still move towards the mages, but I'm going to start dancing as I do so in an attempt to pretend to be bewitched. And I do, as is appropriate, the robot.
Give me a performance check.
All right. Ooh, okay, +6. For a 18, 24.
24. Good. As you kind of mimic everything you've seen, you give me a full description of this robot, please. So
So PW initially he turns around and he starts moving his arms back and forth at full 90 degrees, and it looks like he's running backwards, but he's actually moving still towards, so he's doing a very advanced moonwalk. Little wheels in his feet are just motoring him backwards. Halfway there, he turns, and it looks like then he's running towards the mages, but he's actually going backwards a little bit now on accident. Then he starts hitting the deck and doing a worm towards the mages.
Nice. You see the bird look at you and start to kind of mimic you a little bit, starting to move within motions, like really digging it. It's like bobbing its head, and then lets out a big caw as there's a flash of magical energy, of blues and pinks that suffuse the area. And everyone can choose whether to get a spell slot of their choice or 30 temporary HP.
Ooh, to receive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Spell slot of choice. Could I choose a level 9 spell slot? Or do I have to get one I already have back?
One of your spell slots of choice.
W glaringly looks at his level 4 spell slot. Disappointment. As it returns.
Very good. And you can imagine or describe how this energy moves around and in you as you're suffused with it. You join, and with that, it caws, and while it's still singing, it flaps its wings, very happy, and flies away. And at the same time, you see the wizards hold their throat as they're released from the magical effects. PW has
Whoa.
saved them.
PW is at this point in the middle of the worm, and then it's like Hawaiian punch energy descends upon him, and you can see his left purple eye glows even brighter, and it seems to like spread out with light, and you can see it looks like a bunch of tiny robot hands are reaching out of the eye, and they just pull all the power into him. His face starts glowing. Well, at least it had good taste. Abruptly stands upwards and brushes the leaves off of himself and starts striding towards the mages.
I'll cast a lesser restoration on myself to pop this sap out of my ears.
Very nice. Puts it off, and with that, you see the Vice Chancellor come over. Well, thank you for your help, but I'm glad everyone's all right. You are officially thanked. Tell me, before I left, I didn't quite get to understand all the survivors. Is everyone okay?
PW in like a half shout. Is this guy apologizing or what is he doing? Also, Alistair, I need my ears.
Alistair is like touching, trying to figure out what exactly it is PW did, and realizes that there's like metal things there, and so telepathically links with PW and goes, "Did you put something in my ears, PW? Do you?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
I will say,
Yes.
I need no apologies to rescue my people.
Be a lot better off when you return back with us.
That I agree with. Come on, everyone! Oh, yeah, and they all look very old and very weak, even though they've got a little bit of boost to energy as they... the energy surrounding them seems to have given them a little more vigor as they gather what they can and come towards all of you.
Did the unconscious ones also wake up, or?
Unconscious ones did not, but they do. Some of the other ones cast little discs that flare to life, and they put some of the unconscious ones on it.
Until that happens, PW is dragging one by the robe through the grass.
Just stay within 30 feet of me, and you will be unseeable by the predators.
But not the parrots, it seems.
Just, follow me.
All right. Then, as you make your way back, you do end up finally making. You see a bunch of other large creatures here and there, some enormous for what they should be, various mutations. But you successfully make it back to the beach. What would you like to do?
Well, I think if it's still nighttime, we need to just make sure the watches are going and, keep us all protected till morning. Because I don't think we slept. I think we went directly to go save them.
Correct.
I'll take the first watch. I have a spell slot I can use.
Are folks still awake when we come back?
Yes, they've not slept. They've been kind of keeping things up, murmuring about possibly missing more people, but they're just like, we have to try to. It's very strange.
That was going to be Nalen's question. Does this seem like everybody who was missing? But there seems like there was more.
There's more people. One who still need to be found and rescued, who maybe have gone more because you didn't go when you were looking for everyone. It was everyone nearby. So it seems like more deans and stuff seem not to be quite around. But who knows if anyone else is going to be deeper into what's happening.
Well, we could signal them and help them find the camps.
The headmaster looks in and I'm so glad you're here. Oh, good, you found him. And you see Vice Chancellor. Oh, it's good to see you too. Let's see. Confer.
Casual insight check?
Go ahead.
Oh, also a +6. Oh, for a 17.
A 17. You can tell the Vice Chancellor is a little disappointed that the headmaster's alive.
PW gives the Vice Chancellor a look like, you and me both.
He looks back. Very good. As they kind of smile, and you feel like possibly they might get along better with them now.
Good. You do keep your enemies closer.
So shall we gather in one of the structures to go over our plan for tomorrow?
Yeah, some of the stuff you made with the stones and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's up to all you.
Sure.
Yes. One of the enchanters told me it's possible to even restore the ship. And more importantly, the cannon.
That would be nice. I was thinking though, with tomorrow, obviously there's more people missing. It may not be possible to locate everyone, but we do need to at least explore the area, find sources of food and water that's not guarded by the pretties. So that part of the plan should still be a top priority. And as my scout training teaches me, it always helps to know your directional path too. So we need to start creating a map of this island as we go.
That all sounds like it makes sense to me.
Good. And I also thought we could create a volleyball net. Like
To
mages.
fish with? Or...
Well, no, like mages versus or college versus college. You know, we could have like a tournament to bring up morale.
You want the exhausted mages to engage in sport for our pleasure?
Not
Splendid
while
idea.
they're not while they're exhausted. PW. Just something
Okay,
to think about.
fine. A level playing field, I guess.
But if we could get that cannon to work, we could at least use it as part of our current structure. Point it toward the woods in case something comes and tries to attack.
To even use it to send a scout somewhere.
What?
You know, just propel someone out into a direction, see how they do.
You said
One fight with space pirates, and you've got all these ideas.
I mean, you
I mean,
have to
space
utilize your
clowns.
resources.
Anyway,
No, but I am serious though. We could put up a bit of light to see if there's anybody nearby who's having a hard time seeing. We could draw some people in. Only
And it
10
could-
minutes though.
could keep predators away.
Ooh, or drawing a really good one.
Well, they might be scared of the fire.
Ooh, maybe we'll find a giant moth.
So are we basically deciding if tomorrow we want to walk along the beach or we want to walk further into the forest?
Basically,
Is that the
yeah.
idea? All right.
Both plans have their merits.
We have enough people. We could pursue both. Some of the mages might even have some sort of magic.
I'm not sure how tested the people here are. They kind of fell pretty quickly to that bird.
No time to learn like the present.
I'll
Maybe we
say
could
for
get-
myself. Well, go ahead, Kelly.
I was just gonna say maybe we get the mages working on like a barrier for the headquarters here, like a magical shield.
I think that's a good idea. Speaking just for me, I think my gut's telling me we should head into the forest. First, at least. I think we'll find more resources there, more sources of food, maybe some more water. Two birds with
Yeah.
one stone.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Water is going to be our biggest hurdle right now.
Ooh, Ack, the thirst.
Indeed. So you have a little bit of a plan. Anything else?
So about this light.
We'd set up fires, like 3 or 4 fires around the encampment.
If we have enough wood, hopefully it can last the night.
That's a good point. We would have to forage, and we don't have the strength. So
I could always fire out some Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah,
little bit of
connection.
wood because you were kind of mentioning that before.
okay,
So,
well, we can at least keep it burning through the truly dark hours.
And I think we're ready
Understand.
to do shifts in a long rest, right?
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so let's see here. And Nail, you just need like 4 hours, right?
Mm-hmm. Kelly, you too, right?
Yep, I'm an elf.
Oops. All right. And then PW taking first watch.
In the first 10 minutes of which there will be a radiance above the camp. Slightly sickening in its nature.
So it's up.
Just a burning green ball of plasma that just kind of is that Mountain Dew luminescent green. Looking at it makes you feel, ugh. If I drank that, I'd be very sick. But I'll leave it 10 minutes.
Very good. A few of the mages here do cast Tiny Hut in order to keep it a little secure.
Nice.
But it's up to you. They suggest anyone is willing to cast it if you are in a tiny hut or out of a tiny hut. But BW, can make your perception checks.
Okay. I climbed up on whatever the highest part of the ship that remains. Okay, 6. 18 for 24.
All right.
Disgustingly not as good as a parrot, I know.
All right. As you look out, you hear noises, but the world and everything seem calm. You see little bits of energy crackling in the sky, and the sense that even more of this world is being created as you all are here.
I hope they make some good parts. Ooh, maybe a cannon forest.
Very good. Then, kind of as your watch here comes to an end, PW. There's this rainbow flare that goes throughout the land. And you look below, and in their sleep, everyone is sinking into the sand.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a development. He was going to lean over where he was standing up on a high piece of the ship and plummet down towards one of the tiny hut areas.
All right, that itself is sinking.
I guess I'll Eldritch Blast nearby on the way down.
All right. And with that, the tiny explosions and the sudden movement, everyone is beginning to wake up.
We had an initiative, or
Indeed, we're gonna get this moving. Give me one moment. Look at this whole thing.
Where was the rest of the party hanging out?
Yeah. So everyone can open up their map. So actually, yeah, everyone get their tokens up. What we do want to do. So put the tents kind of closer to the shore and such things. All right, seeing everybody. All right, does anyone have advantage on initiative?
Not me.
Sound like it. Then I got auto on everyone.
Yeah, not in this body.
Okay, so people are genuinely waking. You can tell me if you're in a particular sorry, if you are not in a tiny hut that is quickly sinking. Yes. Come in, give me one more second. Perfect. Here we go.
Also, visually, does it appear that this is happening to the trees and such?
Yeah,
Or is it just the... Okay, so everything.
everything is sinking.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we will start with Kelly. All right. Were you in a tiny hut?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, you look around, and as you know, you're in this little orb.
I assume there was no long rest, right?
Correct. So right now, there's only 3 feet of area that is above the quicksand, and you are standing. So you're just looking up. You can't see over the quicksand, right? Because it's 7 feet deep, and you're standing on the bottom of the sphere of the tiny hut. As you in, what would you like to do? Incidentally, your bear is not in the tiny hut.
Okay.
Just because it can't be
So
by the nature of the spell.
the tiny hut is still up?
Yep.
Or was it broken? Okay.
No, it's up.
All right.
Because the caster has not left.
And nothing can enter a tiny hut, correct?
Correct. Well, not nothing, but quicksand's not entering, nor can a creature. That was not there when it was cast.
All right. I will. Look at. Right. What am I able? What am I able to move?
I don't know what you mean.
Am I able to move?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like anything. So you can leave if you want. You'd just be walking right into quicksand, and therefore be restrained and suffocating.
Oh.
Right? Because it's over your head.
Okay. So a little. I feel like I am a little lost.
Okay. So
So-
there's quicksand. You're in a sphere. This is what tiny hut is, right? And so
Uh-huh.
it began to sink and sank down to the point where it is 7 feet submerged.
Okay.
And so you're at the bottom of it, and it's ultimately a lot of feet, but it's ultimately 7 down. So you're at the very bottom. So you're 7 feet below the surface, but it's not around you. You can freely move within the space of the hut. But as soon as you lure yourself to leave, you're now in quicksand, unless you fly or do something else cool.
Okay. I will try to pull myself up.
With what?
My body.
Okay. Like, what are you grabbing?
I don't know. Is there anything in here I can grab? No,
Not really.
Okay. So in that case,
I mean, if you might want to try to go, hey, I know you're sinking, but I'm going to stand on your shoulder to jump out from somebody, because there's other people in here with you. But it's up to you.
no, I'm just. I guess I'll just call for help, and I can't think of anything else to do, so I'll take a dodge action, I guess, and that'll be that.
Okay. You got it. And then we'll go to Perilous Weaver.
So I'm sitting here watching my friends die.
Yeah, are you if you landed then? Is that what you said you wanted to do? Land on the quicksand?
Yeah, I hopped off the tip of the ship to land on the ground.
Okay. So you immediately find yourself sinking. You are restrained. And
Annoyed.
you sink 4 feet down.
I say it, but only the sand can hear me. This place continues to get worse somehow. Impressive. And I attempt to swim upwards, or sand wiggle upwards.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
absolutely. So with that, can you go ahead and give me a strength check?
Ooh, I'm great at those. So it's a 1, but just to be clear, it wasn't a natural 1. I augmented a 2, you see, and brought it down to a 1. Just to be clear on the flavor of this one.
It's a dirty one. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. It is, in fact, the dirtiest of ones.
Okay. So you try to, and as much as you pull, your metal body is not able to get out. Anything else? So it would have been action.
Use my bonus action to deeply sigh. Again, no one can hear me on the ground.
We're not totally submerged. We went down 4 feet, right? You're not that tiny, are you?
That's true. I got two feet up. So I can see. So I retract that bonus action sigh and instead use bonus action cosmic jump, the thing that I can do to move somewhere else.
Oh, nice.
I can see within 30 feet. So 30 feet within. Are the things that are in the water also sinking? Like, is the water level changing?
No. So anywhere that looks like solid ground is quicksand. The water's not quicksand.
Okay. So the boat that I just leapt off of is actually a safe spot.
Yeah.
3/4 submerged. Looking around. Sigh. Look upwards. Disappear out of the sand. And explode above. And land back where I was standing before. And I look out at everyone else. And
Good. Oh,
give a
and you get
quiet-
geometric patterns all over your body.
Do they hurt? Are they?
They don't hurt. They just kind of appear and look like they've been welded into you.
Peter's gonna look down at himself after he walked out. Essentially, like he walked through a spider web, but all the spider webs stuck. And they turned into these. Looks down. You know, actually, it's pretty charming, I have to say. Gives me a more feral nature. Also, wake up, everyone! Wake up, or you'll die.
Indeed. And incidentally, Tamagotchi's 7 feet below as well, so I think they might be suffocating. Naylin. So to start, were you in Tiny Hut?
No, I certainly was not, and none of my companions were.
Okay. So we'll roll. Yeah, you are restrained and about 9 feet below the surface.
Okay.
So your feet are 9 feet, so you got like 3 feet. So, but yeah, you're in there.
Oh, okay. So not so. Before I even bother looking, then somatic components of a spell also wouldn't be able to be do because of restrained,
No, somatic
or
works.
just okay, great. All right, so then let me, because that changed some things. Let's see. So my time flying through space. I'm familiar with. I've had to use many times in my life a spell called Air Bubble. Now it says that I have to be able to see the willing creature, but could I just do it on myself?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
All right, I cast Air Bubble on myself, which for the next 24 hours surrounds a spectral globe around my head, filled with fresh air. It's going to last for 24 hours.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay, great. And then I take a gander. Definitely can't see anything else because I'm surrounded by quicksand.
Yeah.
All right, great.
But you
So-
can breathe.
I will then. Do I have to? Jackie, do you know if we have to? We don't have to see our primal companion to use our bonus action to command them to do stuff, right?
I don't know.
I think they might have to hear or see,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. Have to check
Would
it
you
out.
say that acting independently instead of just like could they all try to swim to the top or sand crawl?
Yeah, like they would definitely instinctively try not to die.
Excellent. Okay, let's do that. So they're all going to do that. All three.
Okay.
And this is strength checks?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have a... Okay, the 2 is not going to do it, but I have a 16 and a 17.
Okay, the 17 is able to make it out.
Okay, great. This is Rosie.
Rosie bursts out.
And I believe that's it
Okay,
for my turn. Yeah.
very good. In that case, Alistair, what were
Right.
you in or not in?
I was not in a hut.
Okay, so you ended up sinking here.
And I'm sharing my screen. I just realized we hadn't done that. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, cool. A total of 6 feet.
6 feet. Okay. Cool. So I wake up. I'm restrained. Can't breathe. All that good stuff. It doesn't say that I need to talk or do anything to do this. So he is going to activate his winged boots.
Nice.
Just go straight up.
Okay, get this first. Yeah, I'm going to lower the DC, but I'll give you a strength check, please.
Oh, I don't know if lowering this is gonna help. Let's see. That is a 13 on the die, meaning that it's a 10.
10 is what I lowered it to. Got to get a 10 to make it happen.
He shoots up feet first, like the feet
like
go
that.
first, and he's just dangling in the air. He's gonna look around, and I'm gonna assume so. We can decide by making this assumption that Alistair knows where, like, when we're going to bed, he knows that Kelly went into one of the huts.
You got it.
And is that the hut like that? Say that it's like where that blue tent thing is?
Yeah, and you can see like now the bubble of opaque. Can't see into it, but it's opaque on the outside. And you can see like it out partially submerged.
Cool. How big is a tiny hut? Like
10
what size?
foot radius.
Sorry again?
I think it's 10 foot radius or 10 foot diameter. One of the two.
Okay. The point is, it's not larger than huge, right?
Technically, it would be potentially. Let me double check. I suddenly doubted my brain. So that 10 foot radius.
Okay. So I'm sorry, what size category is that?
That would be like gargantuan.
Oh, it's gargantuan.
Or 20 diameter, yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, so much for that plan then. Can I see is any part of Tamagotchi sticking out of the sand?
Tamagotchi's large, so yeah, their head would be.
There had to be. Okay, so he cannot do this to the tiny hut, unfortunately. But he sees Tamagotchi, and he just instinctively goes, "Hang on, hang on, hang on!" And he puts his arms out. His eyes roll back into his head. He is going to quicken a telekinesis spell
Nice.
to lift Tamagotchi out of the quicksand. And let me check. I think it's close enough. Oh yeah. Move him to the boat where PW is to set him down.
Very nice. All right, I like that. Tamagotchi can move him to the boat.
Yep.
All right.
And I 100%, he is still hanging upside down. His wing boots are still flapping and holding him up, and he is absolutely upside down. He did it on instinct, and now he's surveying, and it's like, oh, we're in trouble. Nayland, we're Nayland. It's calling you for Nayland. She can't see where she is.
You got it. So with that, you're calling Nayland. You see rushing out of the jungle are these blue skin crested boars with crocodile-like tails. That begin to greatly run here as begin stampeding.
Oh my god.
Do they look like they're trying to get out of the quicksand, or do they
Yeah,
look like,
they're like,
oh, okay.
seems like they're rushing towards the water, but it is a stampede. You are all in the way.
I'm like at least 30 feet up.
Yeah, and they get to about there. At the same time, there's more. As this strange, light that you've been seeing begins to go over all of your bodies. Like kind of interacting. You feel tingly as it's something about it trying to change you. To avoid whatever it is doing, you can make a charisma saving throw, which you can choose to fail.
No.
So you can tell me what you're doing and see how it goes.
This is everybody.
Everyone's having this happen to him right now.
Balin will fail it.
Ooh.
Okay.
What does it feel like?
It feels, you saw like the energy as it shifted. See that energy that seemed to go around that shifted the ground you saw, PW? Except now it's like trying to shift you.
Ooh, no, thank you.
Yeah, I think Alistair in the moment, like something trying to change him, like there's immediate no. He has enough things trying to change him.
All right.
Was that
So-
charisma save?
Yes.
28.
All right. You resist the effects.
22.
You resist the effects. What's Kelly doing?
16.
All right. She resists the effects. Good. In that case,
Do the sidekicks and stuff? Do they all roll 2? Or
we're gonna. I mean, we can, but I would say later. 'Cause
Okay.
it might not quite matter here. Just for this. All right. All right. So, with this, you feel the energy. Yeah, this is going to be the best way to do. I would say this. You look at yourself, Nayland, and your arms begin to like buff out, and your chest does too. Muscle upon muscle begins to embed itself into you as your clothes sort of tear just a little bit. And it is there are muscles upon your muscles as you just neck muscles, some eyebrow muscles going.
Uh-oh. This feels bad in quicksand.
You don't gain any weight, but you have advantage on all athletics checks and your strength checks related to getting out of quicksand.
Oh, sick. I'll tell you the mental what went through Nayland. She's like, okay, I'm a survivalist. I know search and rescue. I'm here in quicksand. The one thing you have to do in quicksand is not fight the quicksand. And then this energy came and is like, let us take control. And she's like, all right, take it away.
Absolutely. So you have shifted into super strong Nayland. In which case, please make the following note. You have enhanced physique strength level 1.
Okay.
New mechanics unlocked. So
Is this like Super Saiyan 1, basically?
is your hair now gold?
Yeah.
all right, Kelly.
Kelly will.
Actually, let me check one quick thing. Apologize. 2, 3. So 3 more feet go down. That's a total of 10 feet down.
All right. Kelly will try to get out of the hut.
What are you doing?
Tries to swim out of the hut.
Okay, so you kind of burst through the side of the wall and then try to go up.
Yes.
All right, give me your strength check.
Five.
Okay, you were restrained and suffocating in the sand, not able to get out. Anything else?
No. That's all I got.
Okay. Perilous Weaver.
So from where I am, Tamagotchi and I at least are safe. I can see a floating upside down Alistair. And did Nayland breach the surface?
She did
Nope.
not.
No. Okay, so I have no knowledge of Hulk Nayland at this point. Okay, when Tamagotchi lands here, Peter's gonna look over. Oh, good, I needed someone to steer this later. Gonna look out. Oh. All 4 of the tents are Lehman's tiny huts, but none of them are actually, or I guess they're partially above the surface at this point now.
Yeah. Partially or above. Because no one was sank 20 feet, so they're still.
Okay. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
roll a
Because incidentally,
hound.
what you got to see was them all rise up to their full sphere shape as soon as the quicksand happened and then begin to sink like hamster balls.
Gotcha. Okay. And then really good. Oh, okay. So there's there's 3 boars that I care about. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Because my friends are in that direction. So from this distance, 120 feet. I think that. Oh yeah, plenty of space. Okay. Peter's gonna reach out, and instead of just tearing a small hole with like one finger like he normally does, his whole hand is gonna rip into the fabric. He's gonna reach through it. He's gonna stick his whole arm through, and it's gonna pop out in front of Boar B, and a sickening radiance will spring forth directly to his south, and attempts to push him to the left so that he misses everybody in Alistair's row.
What's that radius?
That's a good question. Sickening radiance is 20-foot radius of 40-foot diameter.
Okay.
Wait, no. Is that hold on. 30-foot radius, 60-foot diameter.
Mhm. 30. All right, and that's creatures you choose, I believe. Yeah.
Let me see. Yes, I will. You'll see PW's eye flare as he spends a sorcery point to careful spell, and it is not enveloping anybody who he likes.
All right. Oh, so where are you trying to put it?
Now I realize it's enormous. I'm gonna just center it between the 2 Lehman's tiny huts that I care about most. The one that Kelly's next to, and the one that
You should be able to click and move it.
oh, got it. So there we go. Okay, I think thereabouts. Grudging? No, screw those other ones. Just for us. That's what you get with the evil dice, baby. Okay, right there. Gesture out. That is my action and bonus action.
Nice. And that's when it appears. Do they save?
It looks like, yeah, when the creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay, so on its
Constitution
turn
saving
then.
throw.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll get to that. Anything else?
That 6 radius rings out, and PW will just bask in its glow.
Nice. Whoa. And Nayland.
Okay, I will repeat. Oh, wait, I didn't actually even try before. I'm going to try and get myself out.
Yeah.
And this is at advantage?
It is advantage, but I gotta see how much you went down. Went down 2 more feet.
So I'm 11. I was 9 before.
Yep.
Okay. And is this an? Well, it doesn't matter. Is it athletics or strength or
It's strength.
strength? Check, not a save.
Correct.
Okay, 15.
Okay. It did get lured towards air bubble buoyancy. Is what did you say? Because you have this air thing going on. So you
Okay.
it was lowered to 14, so you just sort of got above it as you're able to get yourself out. But you're still on it, so you know you're gonna like sink again, but you're not restrained right now.
Okay.
That was your action, not your movement to get out.
Okay. I would like to. How much? If a large creature is how high? 10 feet?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, so damsel I can't see. I am going to, though. I know where damsel went to sleep, so I'm going to bonus action, since I can see now, starlight step to where I know damsel was sleeping,
Yeah.
and then. Oh, I've lost myself in there. There we go. And then my companions will try to make their saves again. I have over 20 for damsel.
That will get them out.
Adios is not out, though.
Okay. You begin hearing that chiming sound in your ears.
Okay. And I will use my movement to get on damsel, but that'll be it.
Got it. Let me go to Alistair.
Alistair has no way of knowing where Kelly is right now, right? She's fully submerged.
Yeah. Well, you were able to see like where you thought her, where you would have known maybe she rested.
Right. But she moved out of the hut, but all that happened underneath the surface.
Yeah.
Okay. Still think this might be the best option. He is going to cast. I don't know how this is going to work because I don't know how this thing finds stuff. He's going to cast his Bigby's hand.
Okay.
And send it down to see if it can find, I don't know, a roll to see if it can find Kelly to grab her and pull her up.
Yeah, let's do a spell attack at disadvantage as though you're attacking a blind creature.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and let the AC be the difficulty.
Okay. So spell attack. Cool. Spell attack at disadvantage. Right?
Mhm.
Oof. That is going to be a 16.
Oh my goodness. Her AC is 17.
Oh.
So. And I think you reach towards where you think the orb is.
Yeah, okay.
And so I think this is a visual. Goes in the orb of the tiny, it pops out. And they break on the surface as they're all moving, and you realize Kelly wasn't in it. They go, she ran out!
Yep. That's exactly it. All right. I think that was that casting and doing that, I think, is both my action and my bonus action. So I don't think, other than he'll move to get over to where, like, just flying over. Grab this thing. He'll move. Nope. I think I know how to use this map system by now. He will move over, like, above where he thinks she is.
You got it.
And with the plan to potentially try again on the next turn.
Sure. Okay, so good old Alpha here. makes their check. Or save, rather. Oop. Why didn't it do that? Well, what was the first number? Did you see it, Kat? I'll refresh my map. Maybe it'll let me, because my view just sort of... There it is. Oh, God, it's in the first one, too. Perfect. So it fails. So the second one will get a 10. That's fine. And what happens on the fails?
They become a little bit exhausted.
Nice. Fails well. All right, so we have 3 exhausted boars.
And 32 radiant damage.
Nice. And bloodied boars.
They're also glowing a little bit in a 5-foot radius.
Nice. All right, then they are exhausted, so that's 10 feet off their movement. Starts to kind of coo around off the map this way. Yeah, this one's gonna divert 5, 10, 20 this way. This one barges. You see them mine some of the ones that were rescued. Let's see how badly they hurt them. They gore. Oh, with the exhaustion. Oh, one does hit.
BW is willing to offer the help action.
As one is gored for 10 piercing and knocked prone. And then these other 3 here come straight up. Down. There's a few others here are attacked. You hear screams as several boars are just murdering here. No one dying, but they're getting more injured than they were. A lot of the healing that was done before is for naught. Total wreck. As we go back up to Kelly.
Right. So, what am I tracking for suffocation?
That is your con mod plus 1 rounds.
Okay.
All right, so you've gone down 5 more feet.
All right. I will. I'm going to try to get out again. Try to break off the restrainment.
Okay, trying to swim on up. Let's go ahead and give that strength check.
And actually, before I do this, okay. All right. It says strength check, right?
Yep. This is DC 22.
I'm not gonna make that.
You could get up to 2
9.
distance. 9, yeah. So, unfortunately, not able to get beyond. There's all that stuff on top. So, is your action? Anything else?
I have to see to be able to Starlight Step, and I can't see nothing. So I am stuck.
Okay. And a Perilous Weaver.
How far up is the piece of the front of the ship that I'm standing on?
I'd say about 15 feet.
Okay. BW is going to reach into his own side and grab onto something and start pulling it out. It looks like he's pulling out lengths of intestine. And he starts swinging around. You realize halfway through, it's not intestine. It's just very waterlogged hempen rope. And just pulling it out. He's got 150 feet of this, and he's going to swing it around. He's going to throw it towards where Kelly's bubble was.
Okay.
Anchor it to this piece of the ship. He's going to tie it around. They have Tamagotchi put like one bear paws. He ties a knot in the middle. Finishes off. And I'm going to... Well, I guess I can charge for the services at least. PW is going to reach out, cut 2 small holes in the fabric of the universe, and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the giant boars. I think Delta and Echo.
Okay.
For a dirty 20
That hits.
and a 24.
Okay. Both hit.
This is 17 force damage and pushed 10 feet. And then 13 force damage and pushed 10 feet.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
so you're
maybe
pushing
it's-
them back. Okay, so Delta. Oop.
Trying to get him.
Echo.
And then, yeah, Echo. Echo is trying to push. I guess, yeah, it's straight line. So, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, it's trying to get it so they don't run through.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Now for this rope, let's go ahead and do an athletics check.
For throwing? Yep.
Yeah, really, it's going to be above Kelly. It's just really how deep you get it.
Legit. All right. I have a fancy +0 to an 18.
Okay, 18 feet down into there. So, you hear, Kelly, just this muffled sound of something coming towards you. Up there. As it breaks into the quicksand. Nayland.
Okay, so I am out. I'm on Damsel. We are going to fly, but try to be very close to the surface of the quicksand. And I'm gonna come to about where I remember. Oh, we can't see the top of the huts anymore, can we?
Correct. Well, a
It
lot
doesn't
of them have gotten out, but yeah, like the one there is totally gone.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Well, so then I guess where I remember-ish my friends to be. And from here, I will use my action. Damsel will sort of like turn around and tip back, and the of her wings beating. We're basically going to cast Gust of Wind
Okay.
coming from Damsel. Why can't I select this? My gosh, I promise I pre-prepared a 60-foot line and I can't pick it up. Okay. Out this way, hoping to cut into and move some of the quicksand. So almost like if you were blowing wind through like a pile of mud or something. I'm hoping to
Yeah.
make it so that they're not as deep as they were.
Yeah, that'll lessen it by 10 feet.
Okay.
I mean,
Additionally,
scratch
if I'm
through it.
hitting these boars,
Yes.
they must make a strength save. DC 16.
Got it. So that is Charlie and Delta over here. So, strength save 11 and strength save 25.
The 11 is pushed 15 feet to the side, in the direction of the wind.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. And that's essentially it for me. I will have Adios, who's still trying to get out of there. Try to make it out. 24.
That will do it.
Okay.
All right. Incidentally, you see several other mages here are buffed, as you see Nayland is buffed. Like they roar as they are bursting out, grabbing their friends. As a few now seem to have had this strange thing happen to them. Alistair.
He's been hit by a silent spell once more.
Sorry, that should not have happened. Sorry. So a lot has happened. I'm assuming he still can't see Kelly.
Correct.
Okay.
You definitely kind of have a good sense of like, well, you see, everyone's going where that thing was. So there's rope.
Right.
There's this wind moving.
Gotcha. So Kelly, I'm assuming Kelly wears or she has on her like her various badges, correct?
I think that's true, right, Kelly?
Like on her
Yep.
sash, yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna say, see if you'll do this. So he's gonna take out his notebook,
Okay.
and he can use his notebook to cast Locate Object.
Oh.
He's gonna cast it on one of the badges he remembers she has on her sash to
I
attempt
think
to
it
get
makes
rid
us
of
look
the
good.
disadvantage on the Big B's hand grab.
Heck yes. Done. Granted. I love it.
So he's fumbling. There's things falling out of his pockets. He's swearing to himself. Gets his notebook, opens it, figures out, gets a line in, sends the hand down again. That is going to be a 25.
All right. So that's basically grasping hand. Grabs, and you could describe what it happens as it pulses up with Kelly. What's it look like?
Literally, Kelly is going to feel all of a sudden something that unfortunately is fairly slimy feeling because the hand is still a bunch of tentacles in the shape of a hand.
Oh,
Comes
gosh.
underneath her. It then surrounds her to protect her,
Oh, no.
bursts up, and then flips open like some kind of terrible flower with Kelly in the middle.
Oh. Horrible.
That's right, family. All right. As we Boars. A runs to the ocean. B here is able to safely get to the ocean. They gore a few people on their way. Actually, they get pushed. Rah! And doesn't gore anybody. Just move. Yeah, as you see, they all dive away from the sand and begin swimming pleasantly as crocodile blue boars do. All right. Then, as you see this, there is a relative piece. Is ever trying to make it to the safety of the water floating or the ship itself? So anything in particular anybody wants to do in this moment?
PW is going to keep shooting at boars because he feels like it's free food.
Okay. So before Perilous does that, then let's let Kelly, if the Kelly would like to do anything, so we'll just keep order for the heck of it. So you can pass. or you can do
I think she's just gonna stay on the hand until it gets her to the boat.
the ball of tentacles. All right, Perilous.
I think it's Delta and Echo are the only ones.
Yeah, Delta and Echo. Well, actually, F is the only one that didn't get any damage. Everyone else has been damaged.
Gotcha. Okay, first one's a 14. Second one is a 29.
Are you trying to aim at those two?
Maybe the closest
Okay.
before they get away.
So that's E and F you want to aim at?
I think it
What
was
is the
Delta.
closest ones?
Yeah, Delta and Echo. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
I could reach 300 feet, but
I see what you're doing. Okay, I got a little confused. Perfect. So each take a little bit of damage. What did they take?
So it was a 14 and a 29 for the attack rolls. I just didn't know if
Both
the
hits?
14 hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is a 10 force damage and a 11 force damage.
All right, bloodied but alive.
Quick wizards, especially you big ones, dinner's getting away.
A slew of fireboats go out. Dinner.
Revenge, revenge.
Yes, dinner and revenge. It's fast
Start to
food.
hit. And that will definitely take down Delta. So we'll go ahead and give them your cooked color. There. There, really. And we'll do C as well, Charlie. Barbecued. Like, hey! They're climbing on the ship, and then Nayland.
I will drop, feeling like everybody is sort of fleeing, sort of above the quicksand and getting out is the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my wind and try to get a sense of, do I think this is like an environmental, is the planet doing this, or do we have some sort of thing hunting us?
I'd say give me nature with your wisdom.
Must I? Or can I use intelligence?
Oh, you can. I was just trying to help
Okay.
out.
Yeah. My intelligence is higher with this, Nayland.
Oh, sorry about that.
I got a 23.
23. Yeah, I think you look at yourself and the change, and you realize that whatever changed the land changed you too. And you think this is the planet. Like, this is a natural phenomenon of the planet itself. This unnatural thing is what nature here is like.
On the same roll, may I ask? You could say I don't get to know. Do I get a sense of some sort of intentionality or sentience, or does this feel like a random mutation of magic happening here?
Feels more random than
Okay,
purpose
cool.
for a sentient. Yeah. And Alistair.
Tentacle hand, bonus action, Tentacle hand will bring Kelly over to the ship and deposit her next to
Nice.
Tamagotchi. And then it'll just kind of sit out there in the water, vaguely like as guard for the people on the ship.
Perfect.
And then I think Alistair is he's gonna finally kind of right himself in the air. And I want him to, yeah, he's been upside down the whole time. He's gonna go whatever, I think it's just 30 that the boots give him. Let me quickly check. Yeah, it's just 30. So he's gonna go ahead and go 30 feet into the air to look around. Since the trees are sinking too, he's gonna look around and see how spread this quicksand is. Like, does it go as far as you can see?
Yeah, kind of
or-
looking from the coast, it looks like the whole coast got affected.
Oh, great. Okay.
And two, even into like the grasslands and stuff, like it's as if the entire topography just shifted suddenly. And which is why you think that the animals even reacted, like knowing we got to get to the
Right, okay.
ocean. Like things that have lived here know that it suddenly does these things.
Okay. So I'm assuming he does not see anywhere within sight that's like, hey, this is safe land to stand on again.
Somewhat inland.
Okay. There is an extent, but it's a ways.
Yeah, it would be quite a thing. It would be rough.
All right.
All right, in that case, Boars kind of being hunted here. Whee. We'll say they go under the water and out of sight for ease. And I think we can end our encounter there, release this combat. And we'll go to our break. Alrighty. We begin to return. So it looks like a few people need to come back. Let's back. Just need Nayland. All right. In case you see the roiling ocean and quicksand, boars having gone far below, everyone rushing, mages looking at each other, flexing their muscles. Several have come over even to you, Nayland, especially the turtle, who is kind of like really interested in the eyebrow muscle in particular, and taking what looks like this little metal caliper and measuring it.
Does anybody look like they might be enhanced physique level 2?
No. They all look right about your level.
My, how you mutated.
I mean, there's that one of me that's kind of strong like this, but that's never been me. But it's happening to everybody, so at first I thought maybe my selves were blurring together, but I don't think that's what's going on.
I think it likely has something to do with the same reason that the teleportation is so unstable. This place, this world, this planet is still very young. And it seems to be having sort of weird magical convulsions, something akin to that causes things to change in unusual ways.
Indeed. A few say they all are looking good.
Oh, well, you must be loving this, right? That's your whole deal, coming here and studying the planet.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, I fear that this particular one, he points to the ground. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's temporary. So we're going to have to rethink yet again any sort of base camp we wish to make.
Indeed. You see, Samoria here. Annette, while you were gone, the familiar of Nesric Thistle Bloom returned. They're the Dean of Theoretical Meta Magic. Their tower was torn asunder almost immediately when the gravity storm hit. But if the familiar's alive, so are they. But that the familiar's here probably means they're in danger. I think he would be the best person to get over here. If we're able to get him. That might work.
Well, who needed sleep anyway?
Because indeed, I don't think it'd be possible to get any meaningful rest here. From the measurements we've been taking the last about an hour's gone by, last hour or so, this landscape is constantly going to be doing this. You could go resting and then find yourself underwater or on cold mountains. Until we find some type of stabilization, at least for a camp, we're going to have problems.
All right, so this metamagicist, priority number 1.
Metamagician.
Right, that's what I said. What'd you hear?
Oh,
I
sorry.
never met a magician.
That's a good one.
Well, any theories on where he is? Can you point the familiar one direction? Can you like some sort of radar?
Right now, it just have to search. It's obviously inland somewhere. I mean, that eliminates about roughly 180 or 195 degrees worth of direction.
Always
Right.
looking on the bright side.
Which is hard to do in the middle of the night. But we're managing.
At any rate, incidentally, your changes, Nayland, I'm sure you've noticed others have gone through as well. Very good guns. I- this seems. So, what we think is this world, this continent here, maybe it was just a rock and then shifted and shifted again, each area cementing itself. First, it was sand here on the beach, then it was quicksand. Right? It's progressing some direction. That's likely what you're doing. And everyone here, whenever you would come into contact with these energies, you'll go further in that direction. Some of us were able to resist it. We felt it coming on, and others it took over. It seems dramatic that most everyone here is in some form stronger. I think was the desire to get out. Like all magic, shaped by will to some degree. There could be a myriad of possibilities of other changes someone could go through here.
Interesting.
Maybe you hold out for one that makes you float. Dalen, you can have my rations, by the way. You look like you'll need them.
Yeah. Gonna have to start pounding protein. Give me 2 boars.
So, mechanically, you're on the shifting. It is going to be a bit random. There are different things that may cause, but there's very little rhyme or reason. However, you can always choose to fail your charisma check to progress further down your path or start upon a path. The path is chosen a mixture of thematics and randomity.
Okay.
However, once you're on a set path, you continue upon that set path.
Got it.
If you would resist and make a save, and you make the save, you regress 1 step. So if you would try not to go further down, you succeed, you go 1 back. So like
Okay.
Nalen's case, you'd go to 0 and then possibly able to pick up a new path because of that.
Interesting. That's a fun mechanic.
Of course, the further stages, the further deals, and possibly right now the drawback is kind of like Nalen looks kind of funny. There are other drawbacks associated with the things. And who knows what we'll do if you get one of your variants. And how that may react. But that is a shifting for this setting.
So are we to go and find this new dean, since it appears that a prolonged wet rest is not advisable or permissible?
Yeah, it's up to all of you.
Oh, I mean, the trees didn't sink. We could always set up some hammocks.
I think the trees were sinking.
Yeah, they were going down.
Well, but there's still so much tree left. At least half a night of tree right there.
And you said it was taking them a bit, so it's like you said like an hour has gone by.
Hmm. And right now, there basically are no trees left at this point. They are all sunken below.
What can we see into the distance now that the trees are gone?
Now, there's grasslands, and there's still further jungle, but just the trees are right near the shore are gone.
But there's still a line where that stops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see just where the shift apparently occurred. You do see like some of the trees have grown further. You think there's a few more ginormous insects than there were before. Whatever is happening here.
Well, I don't have anything that we could all float on, so I guess it's towards the jungle. Unless anyone else has a better idea. Or a flight spell.
There's
Alistair
gotta
can
be.
just use another charge of his boots.
I wonder if we can get some better direction from that familiar.
Did you say that this red-breasted hummingbird does come down and does, if you like direction, it sort of grabs one of the hairs of your eyebrow and begins pulling on it. And then as you kind of flinch, like the muscle almost hits it, it's like, ah!
All right, well then I guess we're ready to go.
Seems like. Alistair is making a note in his notebook after seeing like the new big insects. Basically, just says the ultimate random nature of magical changes to the creatures of this world makes any kind of actual rigorous taxonomy essentially impossible. Wrapping that idea. It's just going to start naming them things.
I mean, Alistair, if we're lucky, soon it'll just be crabs. Crabs as far as we can see.
I'm allergic to shellfish. PW.
Well, we can only hope potentially that they're allergic to you. Might spit you out. Or, maybe you'll get one of those waves and develop a nice hard shell yourself.
One can hope.
Indeed. What would you like to do? What's Kelly doing during all this?
I think Kelly was probably with Tamagotchi. She was a little freaked out by what happened and she literally almost suffocated and thought she was in for another death. And so she's kind of just hanging out with him, listening in on the conversation.
Kelly, you're pretty clever. Do you have any ideas how we can get across this quicksand deeper into the jungle?
Well, why don't we just do tree houses?
explain.
Well, the trees didn't sink.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
And they're continuing to sink.
The only ones you can see are far away now.
I'll be fine getting across. I can fly. So can Alistair. But Kelly, you and Peerless Weaver, I'm worried.
well, I mean, I can't fly.
I mean, you could take our rope. You could just tie it off. You could either tie it off to something. I don't know if there's any trees within 150 feet. Or you could, dangle one of us along, I guess.
I mean, it's not the worst idea. All right, let's make a tow.
All right. Well, I actually am pretty good at that. I have a badge for that.
I also have rope. I was checking. All right, so I'll tow somebody to me, and Alistair, you tow somebody to you.
It's fantastic in theory.
Yes, surely. Comparable levels of strength are present in you both. Alistair, that hand looked awful strong.
The hand is gone, and
But it's napping right now.
it's napping right now. Let me take a look. I think it's going to probably take more than a minute to get across to solid ground, is my guess. And the hand can only stick around for a minute.
How far is it to the section that we're thinking is solid ground where the other trees are?
It's about 200 feet.
Okay.
And again, the major issue as far as if you're trying to make any type of camp is just that it's likely things would change once more.
Right. Well, I think we were just thinking of how to get to solid ground so we
Correct.
can start searching for this other guy. I mean, if it is just 200 feet for us to get to solid ground, then
Tie our ropes together. It should give us at least 200 feet.
Mhm.
I'm ready to go cross.
Yeah.
I'm flying with
Yeah.
Damsel, and I'll string somebody along.
BW bends his legs like he's going to jump off and doesn't time it right and just get pulled off the flops a little bit in the breeze.
See you on the flip side, and we go off.
Expedient if undignified.
All right, so everyone is aware that there is like Kelly being towed or on something.
I have no idea. I don't.
And Kelly has Tamagotchi too, right? So there's a third person. Or third.
Very true.
Sure. Okay. If it's only 200 feet, then yeah, I am getting completely tapped of all resources, but I can summon the hand again, and the hand can carry somebody across because it can make it 200 feet in a minute.
I mean, if you don't want to, I could just go twice because Damsel's fast. I
Yeah,
can
I
go
mean, I
once.
guess if it's that close, yeah, we could just do this in trips and just make sure everyone gets across.
I was assuming that they would get tied to the rope and then just dragged across so that you can't actually sink into the quicksand.
I mean, if that works, we can do that too.
All right. Sounds like there's enough trips going back and forth then.
Okay. And it seems like the familiar is at least going
Yeah,
to
who they've
attempt to
told
lead
you
us.
his name is Ziff.
Zip.
Yeah, Ziff.
I hear the roars again.
Very good. So, getting onto solid ground, then I guess you begin walking through. And you were told, remember, there are other deans and students so lost within inland as well. And as you begin making your way here, you here, it's really you feel at first the ground rumbling, and bursting through the trees is this herd of giant turquoise six-legged bovine creatures.
No more. No more.
I need dexterity saving throws.
I mean, that looks like 6 rump roasts per beast. How economical.
That's a 6.
For a 17 for a 21.
Okay.
16.
16. That's good. Nailing it.
My lowest of all of my people was a 16.
Okay. So there's 16 or above, you're able to dash out. So just Alistair
Yep.
begin trampling.
Yep.
You are knocked to the ground.
Yep.
And that will be very low, in fact. That's fun. Only 9 bludgeoning damage for my 4d10.
Whoa.
He's small. He's small. He just kind of rolled back and forth.
It's like getting a wiffle ball at like full
Yeah.
speed. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah.
Indeed. And then kind of as they're quickly moving by, however, 3 of them kind of see Alistair here, rolling, avoiding, and Nayland, you can see they get the look in their eyes as though he looks like excellent prey to them.
Carnivorous 6-legged
Can't blame them.
cows.
Yes. And with that, I'll take some initiative checks. You roll these.
Alistair looks at him and goes, I don't like how those cows are looking at me.
The bovines are moving on as these toothed bovines licking their lips at Alistair.
Oh, good. We'll find out if they're allergic to you.
Remember, you can name all these because you are the taxonomist.
I'm taking note of all of them.
Yeah, you're like, we'll come names later. Very good. Okay, so let me double check here. I got Nayland, I got Kelly, I got the Perilous, and then do I have an Alistair? I think I might. I do. Very cool. With that, they are charging towards Alistair. Kelly, it is your turn.
Kelly will take out her crossbow and she will take a shot at one of the charging creatures.
Go.
16,
It's its side.
14 piercing,
Nice.
and I will shoot again for a 29
Hits.
for 14 piercing, and then I will send Tamagotchi toward
Nice.
them. Yeah, Tamagotchi's got his beast strike. 8. Yeah. Okay. All right. Beast strike. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, here it is. Dirty 20,
That hits.
and that's 12 slashing plus 6 slashing, and
It is bloodied.
then he will. I think he has what, 1 attack? No, yeah. 1 attack, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. So then that's all.
Right. Perilous Weaver.
Which one's closest to Alistair?
They're all about 3. The one is bloodied.
Okay. So be aiming for the bloodied one first.
We got it.
Go reach out, slash 2 holes in reality. Pew pew. They head straight towards that fellow with a 12
That hits. It's a big
Oh.
moving.
and a 23
Nice.
for 11 and 18 force damage, so 29 total.
All right.
Moves 20 feet backwards.
It looks like almost mortally injured. There's a hole in its side at this point.
Oof.
Alistair.
Alistair sort of sits up, panics up, puts his hands out, and from his fingertips, just a whole bunch of weird little, like strands of sticky threads throw out as he's going to cast web on them.
Okay, very nice.
So
that's
DC
20-foot
17.
cube?
Let me check. Yes.
Okay, that can get one of them. They are huge.
Oh, they're huge. Oh dear. Okay.
You can change if you want because you didn't know size categories.
That's fine. I will. You know what? He's still going to do it. He's just going to. So one of them just got mortally wounded and shoved back. He's going to ignore that one for now.
Yeah,
He's going to hit one of them with web.
got it.
So
All right, that is only a 14 that they roll.
cool. So they are. Let me see what they're restrained,
Okay.
and then he will quicken. He sort of almost half sneezes and blows, and he's going to quicken a ray of frost on the other one.
Perfect.
So that's only a 10 to hit.
Ooh, that does just glance off its hide. It's not doing anything.
Oh well. And then he will go ahead and get up,
All right.
and I guess half his movement to get up, and again 15 feet to sort of back away, trying to get away from them.
Got it. The one struggles in the web, only for a 10, so cannot get out. The other one he has enough movement to run and get to you.
Good.
As it lowers, and you see, in addition to teeth, has these 2 large tusks.
Of course. Of course.
Tusks also have mouths, or
Yeah.
Nope. That is a nat 20.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So that will be 21 piercing damage.
Okay.
As you're down, you're hit prone once more, and it begins stomping, trying to crush your bones. So nice pulp you can eat later. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
14.
Okay, that will fail for 18 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And then,
These Alistairs looked better.
yeah, incidentally, the one with 1 HP that was very bloody with holes in it has gone 80 feet away. It is out. Nope, 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 nope. It's successfully been scared. Naylin, is your turn.
Is there only how many are left?
2.
2. All right.
The other herd has moved on.
Yep. One is webbed. One is currently turning Alistair into pate.
Right. Okay. I am going to. What's the? I know we're in the forest. Is it like a low, dense forest? Too low and dense to fly around in on Damsel?
I mean, you can do it. You can fly around. Would say you
All
probably
right,
have
so then-
difficult terrain flying around, I'd say.
Okay. All right, so then I'm on Damsel. Boom. I fly. I whistle Rosie with me, and then I send Adios to just kind of set up camp next to the one that's in the web, so that if it gets out, it would be an op attack situation.
Nice.
But Adios is there taking the dodge action. I, with Rosie, charge at the one that's bothering Alistair.
Oh, nice.
And I take 2 swings. First one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Second one is a natural 20.
Yes.
And Rosie is a 6 plus 8 to hit. The heck is that? 12, 13, 14. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. All right, so for me, that's... Okay, this... 10 magical piercing plus 20 magical piercing plus 5. So that was 35 magical piercing.
Indeed.
And then
Yeah.
Ro-
It's getting injured.
And then Rosie got 6, 20 bludgeoning.
Nice. 20 bludgeoning.
Oh, force. I apologize.
24 is okay. It is heavily bloodied.
And then I fly away with flyby, and Rosie will retreat using disengage.
Nice.
That's it.
Love it. We'll back up to Kelly.
All right, I'll send down Tamagotchi to attack the one on Alistair.
Nice. Bear against
Uh,
Bovine.
24 to hit,
Yes.
10 slashing. I assume it's still up. So I
It is,
will
yeah.
go ahead and shoot at it.
Oh, take shoulder out.
26 to hit.
Generally, if I don't say down, it's up.
11 piercing.
All right. How do you want to kill it?
Yeah.
Just I think would just kind of shoot at it, and it goes through its mouth as it's opening it.
Nice. Ooh, falls and barely misses Alistair with its body.
Barely.
Oh!
That's a Tamagotchi button.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and shoot again, this time at the restrained one. That misses.
It does. Whew. It's stuck in its thick hide, cannot pierce. And perilous.
6 leg roasts at once? Oh! EW will reach out, fire 2 more bolts towards the restrained bovine. For a 27
Yeah.
and a 19.
Both hit.
For 14 force and 9 for a total of 23.
Nice.
And another 20 feet of movement. Although I think you're stuck, so you just get shoved a bit.
You'd shove it out of the web.
Punch it out. I will actually use my bonus action to fire 1 more at the one that only had 1 HP.
Okay.
I was running away. For a dirty 20.
All right. How do you kill it?
As it's running away, I tear a hole and I fire a shot, and the shot is coming from the direction that it's running, so it hits it right in the face.
The hole just appears. I love it.
Slide.
Then Alistair.
Alistair will spend 15 feet of movement to get up again. Try to knock the cobwebs out. See what is going on, and just fire a ray of frost at that one, at the one remaining one again.
Got it.
And he's too loopy. That's a 9.
Ooh.
He sort of misses.
Yeah, it kind of goes between his legs, all 6 of them.
It's like, there were 6 of them. How did I manage that?
All right. With that, this one, kind of seeing the destruction, is scared as it lets out this and runs 60 feet away. Dashing. And Nayland.
Have they all fled? Or they're fleeing?
Yeah, because the herd's like pretty far away. This one is trying to catch up with the herd. The other 2 are dead.
All right, great. I mean, she's happy to just let it flee.
Okay.
She does nothing.
All right. Is Kelly letting it go? Or is she attacking?
Yeah, she's not going to attack.
Perilous.
Pew pew! 2 more shots. Alice runs away. For a 27 and a 22.
That hits.
For a total of 10 and 26 force damage and 20 feet.
Oh, 20 feet further on its way. You're like helping it.
Yep. Move 60 feet, 5 more turns of that. You'll finally be out of my range.
This bloodied Alistair.
Alistair who is also bloodied. It's just stand there and go, I don't really want to deal with the cows anymore. And then his curiosity gets the better of him. He'll go up to one of the dead ones and he starts like staring at it and trying to figure out, like, does it have 2 hips or 2 shoulders? And how does this sit? He starts drawing things in his notebook.
Perfect. I love it. And then Nayland or Kelly.
Nayland will go down to Alistair, and while he's doing his work or whatever, she'll just pat him on the back and give him a cure wounds.
Nice. Roll that. And anything from Kelly?
Kelly will look to see if there are any humanoid tracks around here.
All right, give me a survival check.
38, Phil. HP back.
31.
31. Indeed, looking somewhat around here. You are able to see that there is like a clear trail in the underbrush, as if someone was hastily fleeing from a group of larger creatures. And then Perilous.
PW is going to point out two of the beefy mages. Excuse me, you and you? Yes, the doctor of sports sciences, I guess. Can you help me grab these delicious-looking creatures over there? These
Oh,
are
yeah,
our
yeah.
night rations.
You didn't come with the mages.
Yeah, none of them came
Oh.
with us.
Oh, it's just us.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Have you not figured out the pattern of this yet? the mages aren't going to find anybody.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
they're entirely out of spell slots. They like have nothing to give.
Yes, so I'd hope they give some back-breaking labor, especially the big ones. PW will turn around, face the rest of the group. Well, I guess we should be pew-pew and shoot the last two shots.
Just over his back.
For 17 and a 15.
Both hit.
For an 18 plus 18 for 36 force damage.
Stupid.
As you hear this, and that throws. How does it die, Perilous?
There are two shots that come in from the left and right sides at the same time and get in the head. Well, I mean, the wildlife out here is just so spirited. They come right for us. Very popular this evening.
It appears that potentially everything is carnivorous. That is my new hypothesis.
I mean, that is convenient.
For who?
Except the one bird, which I believe sustains itself purely on others' performances. Not sure how that
Truly.
works. That appears to be the resource it was going for.
Truly the least ethical of hunters we've encountered so far.
I found the trail.
Oh, good. Should head that way.
Trail of what? The mage, we think?
Well, it definitely was humanoid and was definitely being chased by something down this trail.
Alistair will look to Ziff and see if that's seems to be the direction it wants to go.
Nayland covers both of her eyebrows so that Ziff will have to use something else to communicate with. No more eyebrow pulling.
Nice. All right. It kind of pulls you somewhat in that direction, though a different way, but you are investigating. And so, as you do, you find yourself hearing what sounds like the sounds of combat, fighting ahead. You can't see anything from where you stand right now, but you hear the chanting of evocations.
All right, well, that sounds like our mages, even though it's probably not the mage. I feel like we should still go do something.
See, they could be casting spells. They're just not trying hard enough. Shall we approach stealthily? Or at least as stealthily as we can manage.
I mean,
I'm game to try.
you can try.
Yeah.
Make stealth checks then if you'd like.
3+.
That's a nat 20 for a 21.
Oof.
That's where my nat 20 came.
14.
Ted.
Yeah, nat 20 for a 29.
Ooh.
You know, I can understand Kelly fading away into the underbrush, but Alistair just disappeared into another dimension.
He's still dizzy, but the way he's stumbling happens to have him avoid every single twig and every single branch. Just purely by chance.
Yeah, slowly coming upon, you can see this tabaxi. What looks like in the robes of a dean, channeling energy as these 3 10-foot tall beetles with almost like sharp horns and wings are surrounding her. One seems to be munching on like a staff that she had. Another one is like eyeing her spell book and like licking its chops.
I think perhaps we should help.
Yep. Hello.
Then Alfred's just gonna start casting.
Yeah, so you get to do initiative with advantage because you stealthed on up.
Okay. So, there's a way to do that here. Hold on. Sorry, someone remind me how to set advantage in D&D Beyond.
Right click.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
I get Kelly at 24, Nayland at 19, Alistair at 2,
The 2.
and Perilous
That's
at
your
17.
I don't think it actually rolled with advantage. Don't it's fine.
Roll another one.
Okay. What did you say, Perilous?
I was going to say, you just roll another one. But
Yeah, you can. What do you want to do, Alistair?
Okay, well, the other one's got to be better than a 2. There you go. It's an 11.
Yeah, take that advantage. That's what I'm saying.
They still go last, but that's fine.
All right. So all 3 of these things are about 15 feet away. The Tabaxi and Kelly, you get to go first.
All right, I'm gonna shoot a beetle with the crossbow. I do 26.
Okay.
11 piercing. I will shoot again. So at 13.
13 bounces off its carapace.
All right. So Tamagotchi picks up the arrow with his mouth and goes to maul this thing for a nat 20, 29.
Ooh, very nice.
And he gets a dirty 20 slashing. Actually, no, this would be it would be slashing. I forgot.
20 damage. Okay. It's a big hunk. Anything else?
Yeah, he went 20 feet, so he gets an extra d6 on that. So it's technically 2d6, I think. With yeah. All right, so it's an extra 9 slashing.
Nice.
And then Kelly will say, "For the scouts." And that's her turn.
Amazing. As this beetle turns, lowers its head, and tries to skewer Tamagotchi. That is a 16 to hit. Does it hit Tamagotchi?
You're muted, Jackie, if you're talking.
I feel like it doesn't. I'm just trying to find where Tamagotchi's stuff is on this screen. I think it's like 13 plus wisdom. So that's no, that does not hit.
All right, dirty 20.
I think that yeah, that will hit.
Okay, so that skewers them through the chest for 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then lifts them up so they are grappled.
Yeah.
And oh, I forgot that. In addition,
Why is this thing not working?
okay, the horn seems to be glowing with this severe energy, and it will also burns Tamagotchi for 5 radiant.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I need to get a repeat on the damage.
10 piercing, 5 radiant.
Okay.
All right, then Nayland.
The one that's being annoying to Tamagotchi, my bonus action is going to be to send Rosie doing a similar charge attack. So she'll run on up and attack that one. And my action, I'm going to try to... I'm seeing these beetles, and it looks like they're going specifically for magical stuff on this mage.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to take out... question, did we return the Wand of Wonder to the academics in the other place?
I think we did. I think we
Okay,
made a
so-
point of saying we went back and did that.
But we do have
Then-
another one that is our own.
Well, you have that one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So then I take out my dimensional shackles, which are a rare magical item. And I'm going to start being like, make little whistling noises and back up and try and lure it away from the mage that it's bothering.
Absolutely. So go ahead. I think give me animal handling.
Excellent. I was hoping you'd say that. I have expertise. That is fine. 23.
Okay. You kind of ding, 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 and all 3 look at you.
Oh shit. And I will with my movement just start retreating. So I'm sort of moving backwards 40 feet.
Okay, so you're 40 feet away.
And then Rosie's gonna take her attack. Which was at the one that has Tamagotchi on its face.
Got it.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, double ones. That stinks. So that's 8 force damage.
Got it.
She will back up 20 feet. And with a disengage. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Perilous Weaver.
Oh, what a wonderful plan, Nayland. You should simply run away with the shackles instead of using your enhanced physique to hurl them further away. I applaud your bravery. Oh, I've got gold on you to make the run. Peter is going to tear open 2 holes in reality once more, and he's going to shoot towards the beetle that has Tamagotchi on its horn with the goal of hitting the horn specifically. He's trying to break the horn so the Tamagotchi will get off that horrible ride.
Very good.
For a 23 and a 24.
Both hit.
For a 9, which is sad. and a 16, which is not, for a 25 force damage and 20 feet of movement away from us. Away from me.
Very good. Hurdles through, the horn breaks. As Tamagotchi is freed.
And the side question, does one of the beetles still have that wizard's staff in its mouth, or did it like drop it when it was excited by the shackles?
I think when the shackles came out, they kind of dropped it and started slavering over that.
All right, PW's keeping an eye on where that staff is just in case it gets lost. So. And by lost means
Just in case.
into a sack I have nearby. In fact, I might take some of my movement towards it, and in fact, I shall. 30 feet.
Very good. This next one, then. See, one of these beetles. Excuse me. One of these beetles goes ahead and takes its movement, a total of 60 feet to cut off Nayland. Is it kind of nums? The remaining one, you see the Tabaxi focus and hurl 3 bursts of arcane energy at it. Oh, for a nat 20.
Woo!
22. And a 13, which misses. But the one that hasn't moved yet, the crit will get 37 force damage. And then 15 force damage. Able to bloody it. And then Alistair.
So not being able to see anything here, is there a... Well, so first of all, Alistair saw both PW and this other mage go. They both cast spells, and the spells seem to be effective.
Yes.
Okay.
All these things are true.
Okay. Because he's leery of this. He saw this thing munching on magic. He had the same idea as Nayland, but he's actually worried that how effective spells are. Actually, let me decide on the spell, and then I'll ask the question about positioning. Oh my God. Okay, he's going to... How many of them could get caught in a single line of the 3? Is there any way...
Since there's 2 of them, you can get 2 of them.
Is there only 2 of them? Oh, did I miss one of them?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought the one destroyed. It's not. It's just barely destroyed. Barely not destroyed. So you could get any 2. I'm sorry.
Any 2? Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll try to get 2, including the one, I guess, that sounds like it's very badly injured.
All right. There's 2 that are badly injured. Do you want to get those 2?
Sure.
All right. So kind of ignoring the one that's by Nayland. Positioning
And his
yourself.
eyes start smoking. Alistair's eyes start smoking, and he's going to launch a lightning bolt.
You got it.
So, Dex save DC 17.
Okay. Very nice.
Those are a lot of 6s. Okay.
Got 19 and 15.
Okay, so the 15 takes 39 lightning damage. The other one is going to take about 19 or 20.
All right. How do you kill both of them at once?
I think it's like if you've ever seen just the carpet just starts to dry out. Like they just get lit. Electricity goes through. They both crumple like bugs and fall on their back.
Nice.
Slightly smoking.
Love it. With that, we'll go back up to Kelly.
All right. These bugs, are they large or huge?
They are large.
All right. I will move toward the side of the one. I'm not trying to get close to it, but to the side so that I don't accidentally push it into Nayland.
Got it.
Hit it. And I will go ahead and shoot at it. That is a 14.
All right, bounces off the carapace.
I shoot again. That is a 21
Ooh, it finally penetrates.
for 11 piercing, and he gets pushed 10 feet back.
Very good.
Let's see. How close is Tawagachi now? Because I know
70 feet away.
He's 70 feet away. Let's see how fast I can get him down there. He can. Oh, he does 40. Okay. Well, he will. What's it called? Dash to get beside it, so that he can swipe it if it tries to run.
Very good. Nayland.
Let's see. I will just take 2 stabs at it since it's here. 17 and a 19.
They both hit.
$22 magical piercing.
Nice. All right.
And I will do the same. Rosie, who was last by, I think the one that Tamagotchi was by, is that also 70 feet away?
Tamagotchi's next to the one that you're next to.
But originally, before Tamagotchi ran.
Oh.
Yeah, someone was the 70 feet away.
All right, so Rosie will dash, but she will take an attack.
Nice.
Over 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 12 force.
Nice.
All
All right,
it
is
is.
bloodied.
It's large. You said
Yes.
it is actually knocked prone.
Ooh. On its back. Rawr.
All right, and that's it.
Got it. Perilous Weaver.
How far away is it?
Let's see here from you.
Excellent clarify. If it's within 300 feet.
Yeah, it's the with the
There are 2 more holes.
It is
Disadvantage
prone.
shots.
Yeah.
Yep. Disadvantage shots. Let's see. There's 1 disadvantage. A natural 20 and a 9 for a 19. And a second one. Lowest is an 11. So
11 misses.
And then the hit does 12 force damage.
Okay.
And shoves it on the ground.
Nice. Slides away.
PW will holler out, "It's ground beef, Nayland. Do you get it?"
Amazing. It will get up from prone and go 45 feet trying to run away.
Oh my God, she gives a mean look at PW.
As breathing heavy, you see the Tabaxi charge up 3 bursts. It's like, you son of a bitch! This one misses. Natural 1 hits a tree branch, and another one almost hits PW. Ah! She's bloodied and is just sort of and hisses, yells. Alistair.
Well, you're losing.
He's tempted to. He's thinking about calm emotions, but he'll sort of. He's going to ignore the beetle. Yeah, he's going to ignore the live beetle, and he's going to go look at one of the 2 beetles that he fried, and again just start taking some notes. And yeah, actually, does he have? I forget. Hold on. Let me quickly check. All the fun things. No. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, he'll just do that.
Very cool. Anything for Kelly?
Yes. Kelly will take 2 shots at the running beetle.
Got it.
Nat 20
Ooh.
for a 21 piercing.
How do you want to kill it?
I just kind of I shoot it at the head to make it explode.
Nice. Spectre goes, that's right!
Okay. Put away that.
And it seems to be cleared for now.
All right. You're safe now.
Are you
Take
okay?
a seat. Relax, yeah.
Thank you. And just kind of falls over.
Oh,
She's still up, but just, sorry. Look at her. She effectively has 3 levels of exhaustion.
oh, jeez.
Well, that should
You're
make
a
it
dean.
easy for-
What was
Go
it, Peter?
Oh,
You're a...
Oh,
Oh, boy.
go ahead, PW.
Taking advantage of her exhausted state, PW reaches over to pick up the staff he was standing next to.
Amazing. You see here. You do this perception check.
Just sleight of hand, or
Yeah, you can do sleight of hand.
okay, it's +3. 17 for a dirty 20.
So
Unless it needs to be better. He was
no,
extra
because
cheap.
she rolled what would be 18, but because of exhaustion, 12. You get a staff.
PW is going to look to find that horn fragment and pick that up instead and carry that over.
Perfect.
We need to get this person to safety.
Yes, where is that nowadays?
And you see her arm looks severely injured. There's something wrong with it.
Well, I can try some medicine, but I'm not very good at it. But I do have a first aid badge.
Might I ask, have you tried teleporting?
No. I sorry, I came looking for my apprentice Farah. Midday Mao, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Is that yours? And PW will point to the bird that's hanging out with Nayland. Or
Oh no, that's Sif, that's Nezrix.
oh, so close.
That is who we came out here to find. Have you seen Nazrix? Is that what you said?
Nesric.
Nesric.
No. I've not seen anything like that. No, I was in a tower that crashed and everybody started singing. I got out and I started searching for Farah.
Oh, we yes, we found the the group of singing mages. Yes, we got them back to the camp. Hopefully, we did not get all their names, but hopefully, Farah is with them. The camp, as it were, the camp almost sunk into quicksand. You've probably noticed this place is
Yes.
incredibly chaotic.
The creatures too.
Yes.
I've seen ones that have unusual traits, even for what seems to be their species. Individualized,
Hmm.
not at all genetic. That's. I think there was a particular one of those creatures that I came into that had black spines off of it. The spines is what caused this. You see these deep black veins running through her arm from the wound.
Kelly, do you recognize this?
From my scout training?
Yeah, you got a badge for this.
No. But I had an ant farm.
Right. Anyway, you think you could take a look? Is it some kind of poison?
Oh, you want me to look at it? Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Unless Tamagotchi is the expert in this? Or, you know, you share duties.
All right. Give me a
What?
medicine check, Kelly.
Oh God. She's not good at this.
So wisdom.
I was
medicine.
expecting her to be good at it.
A 9.
9. You have no idea.
This is part of the chaos of the world, so it's nothing like the Beatles where I'm from.
I need to keep looking for Farah.
We can look for Farah, but we need to get you back to the camp because you're really wounded and you're probably not going to last another onslaught. And trust me, this stuff in you needs to be looked at by a medical professional.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 21.
Looks at you. Fine. Starts coughing a little bit.
Does Farah have anything unique on her or him?
She'd bear the symbol of the illusion school.
Okay. And is she Tabaxi as well, or is she an elf? Or
Oh, no, she's human.
okay. All right. That helps in terms of tracking.
Sure.
I did forget which Nayland I was. Can I pull an Aiden and try to ritually cast Identify on these black lines in her arm?
Certainly. So you cast, and it doesn't seem to register as magical for this.
Okay.
It might be. It kind of like crackles a little bit. It's as if the spell itself, what's magical, what's not here, is still a little messed up. And it might be somewhere in between, but this identify spell doesn't seem to be able to get you the information you want.
Gotcha.
How far are we? How far have we traveled from the camp?
Oh, probably at this point, like a good. You've really gone like almost a whole day's journey.
I don't know if we can afford to go back.
Oh no, I don't think we can. But I could probably send Tamagotchi with her.
Oh, okay. Because
I don't
I
know.
don't. Sorry.
Like when they get to the quicksand, that could be a problem. But maybe they'll be close enough to call for help.
You make a good point, Kelly. I mean, we could send her over a damsel instead. Make it fly.
Yeah, but Damsel's been very helpful in our battles. I just didn't want to. I mean, it's up to you, really.
So is Tamagotchi. I mean,
Either way, I'm sure she'll survive the trip in her weakened state all on her own. Just,
Well, we could send
you
some
know,
food
she's
with
a,
her.
she's a struggler.
It'll be fine.
Suppose I could stick with you if you want.
That's fine too, actually, at this point. Just make sure you don't put yourself too far into the combat.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
The thing is, like, we just don't want to be distracted because if we're having to help you, we can't help Farah.
Of course. I understand.
Great. We'll try not to die.
Right. I'll see what. He starts coughing. She's like, what I can try to do. You can just tell me where to shoot, and I'll do my best not to hit you.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we're moving forward.
Well, I can help you with some of my magic. PW will hit Robes with some mending just to try to, make them look like they're in
Nice.
better shape. Important to look your best.
And she acknowledges this. And again, thank you. I hope things go. She kind of gets a little like woozy, but she's like, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay.
all right, Ziff, where to next?
The only lead we have is Ziff. And hopefully, in doing so, we'll be traveling the area and have a chance of finding Farah as well.
I
Might
can
keep
check
an eye
for
out
tracks.
Reasonable start. Just keep an eye out for any sort of vegetation. If that creature has some sort of disease or poison, could be that the source of that or a cure for it grows here.
Oh,
Or, potion tree.
according to Dr. Alistair, all the animals are carnivores.
That was a tongue-in-cheek hypothesis. These beetles appear to enjoy munching on magic in material form. Not unlike rust monsters, but for magical items.
All right. I'm going to see if I can spot any humanoid shape feet tracks.
All right. You don't see any.
Okay, I don't see any.
Ziff just keeps tugging.
Yeah. Nayland wants to follow where Ziff is pulling.
All right. Going. And let's see. Following the tracks here. Oh, sorry. If only Ziff pulling and pulling. The area around you begins to raise up, become rocky. As the rainbow energy flurs around the area. Give me dexterity saving throws not to fall down the new mountainous hill.
Wait.
Alistair.
Plus
That would be that's a 6.
18.
Guys
Nice.
really need somebody other than the nerd in this group at this point.
All right. And 18 was a 6.
Yeah.
All right. This is DC 15. And on a fair here, you kind of like fall as the mountain's forming and ultimately taking 8 bludgeoning damage.
So he's staying in one place because the mountain is going up
Yeah.
relative to him, and he's just staying in one place. Right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Tamagotchi falls.
Oh, yeah. Scratching up for that 8. And at the same time, that energy flows through all of you. You may choose to fail or roll a charisma save.
No, this again.
Hmm.
Alistair is going to attempt the charisma save.
Nayland
And
will
gets a
also.
26.
What'd you get, Alistair?
26.
Okay, so you resist the shifting. We're nailing it?
8.
Okay.
PW fails on purpose.
Perfect. So, Nayland, you have advantage on all ability checks that have to do with strength now. And you also can reroll a failed check with strength once per day.
Oh,
As now you get more. It's like you're not as awkward with them anymore. You're getting control of these muscles.
Do your legs swell now too? So now you're equalized. So it's,
All right. However, unfortunately, your muscles make little creaking noises now because like there's like little cracks of bone and joints you're not sure of. So you now have disadvantage on all stealth checks.
got it.
And PW. Let's see here. So you feel your mind expanding.
oh, not again.
Calculating various possibilities. You now are energy empowered psychic. And you can do an additional 1d4 psychic damage on all damage rolls or spell damage rolls or class ability effects that deal damage.
See both of PW's eyes glowing very bright, making his whole head glow. Now it
And
just kind of has low level.
Yeah, in addition, you have proficiency in all skills related to intelligence.
Jenga is mine.
And your eyes now officially radiate candle brightness of light.
Peter also clutches his head. Ah!
All right. I think. Did Kelly make hers?
10.
Oh, 10. Okay. So. Here. All right. See, your fingers, just as you look at it, just look more wrinkly and a little loose, almost like blistery, like white dead skin. And around you, you also begin to radiate this purple energy, this light. And you are energy empowered necrotic. You will gain proficiency with all skills associated with charisma, plus the 1d4 necrotic on spell damage or class ability effects that deal damage. And incidentally, your Tabaxi friend now seems to have this with radiant damage. He's empowered with this holy light. She goes,
Alistair.
"Oh, looks like we've been shifted ourselves." Go ahead, Alistair.
Alistair gets up after, like, to brush himself off and knock the cobwebs out, and then looks at the four of you and goes, "What the hell happened?"
With a fantastic
As Alistair looks completely the same, just a little banged up.
It appears I fell upon a radioactive rock, and it gave me radioactive rock powers.
I feel close to death.
Do you feel like you're getting closer, or just currently or generally close?
I don't know. And I reached down to pick up a flower just to see what happens.
Oh, it doesn't. It's pretty, and you can hold it.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, you killed it by picking it. Was that what you meant?
Oh, no.
Technically, if we put it in some water, it's
Yes, you could prolong its suffering for longer.
And Ziff even more excitedly begins to pull. And as you trek through the jungle,
Oh, we're in a dungeon now.
the Ziff is more and more excited, tugging relentlessly on Nalen's muscles. At last,
Yeah.
the lush trees give way, revealing Nesric's tower. It's fallen here, landed in the middle of a large marshy bog, bordered by tall, twisting reeds. The soft landing appears to have kept the tower mostly intact, though only the top few floors are visible. The rest has sunken into the deep swamp. Most notable, however, is the coiled body of a colossal snake-like creature that appears to be entwined around the tower. And we're in there for tonight.
Colossal? How big is colossal?
One step
Huge
above
desert
gargantuan.
is huge.
Sorry.
Bigger than a Tarrasque.
Oi!